beautiful soul. We're in meditation. Feel free to join. We're witnessing the white light of consciousness right now. And just kind of basking in the glow. We could be here for a very long time, but in the interest of respecting your time, beautiful soul, hello, welcome. I'm the Little Reader. You're in my house. This is the Little Reader's house. And they also call me Amanda out on the spiritual streets and the regular streets as well. All the streets. Well, not all of them, but most of them I'm referred to as Amanda. And it's a pleasure to have you in the house, may I just say. So get yourself cozy, comfy, darling, whatever that means for you. Blanket, AC, fan, hot drink, cold drink, feet up, feet down. If you even have feet optional. But you're welcome here. We've got guest starring with us today, this beautiful rainbow moonstone. Absolutely glorious. And this desert rose selenite. Look at that. Beautiful. They're hanging out with us today. And already the transmission from Spirit is coming in about waiting and the liminal space. Spirit says if we allow the mind to run the show, which is how we are conditioned at this juncture in time, space, reality, circa 2024, but likely whenever you're finding it, if the tube still exists, that would be YouTube, there's probably still a high likelihood that our world is information obsessed, knowledge obsessed, living through the mind considered normal. Now, as you and I, beautiful soul, dive more deeply into the realm of heart, into the witness perspective, it's something we talk about all the time here on the house. So here on the house when we're sitting on it, but when we're sitting in it as well. So if you're not familiar, you can run through our beautiful past transmissions and get caught right up to speed, darling. But suffice it to say, in a short and succinct manner, there are other ways of existing in this world that do not rely on using the mind as the lens through which we interact with our reality, both external and internal. There are other ways. But our world right now, that's not really, first of all, it's not really lucrative. The mind is what most of our economic systems rely on to generate sales. And it's not quite as entertaining initially as living through the heart. Initially. Once you dive deep into it, there is no other way to live, I promise. But before we get to that level, a conscious existence, this is the better way to get across the transmission. A conscious existence in which we are suspended in the witness perspective doesn't trigger the same chemical reactions in the body initially, most of the time, as living through the mind. In the realm of mind, we have our half forms going by, thoughts, and we have given them a chemical attribution. So depending on how we judge the thought, good or bad, pleasurable or ugly, or unpleasant, foreboding, anxiety-inducing, however we've assigned the thought with our judgment, we get to have a chemical reaction in the body. So for those who know how to pull up dopamine-inducing thoughts, life can be very entertaining. At the very least, can have a sort of equilibrium. For those who seem to be the victim of anxiety-inducing thoughts, this is a very tense chemical world to live in. In fact, it can almost be a depletion of certain feel-good chemicals. So, quite literally, our form has adapted to living through the realm of mind. The form, it's so adaptive, it's so responsive, malleable even. If we continue to live through the realm of mind, then every moment of existence is liminal, meaning it's in between point A and point B, or if you're an extremist like the little reader, point A and point Z. And when we live in that liminal space dictated by the mind, we're always knowing that we're between 2 points. And we use much of our energy, which is infinite, but for most of us, we only have a handle on a moderate percentage of it because so much is being used by the mental realm. We use our energy to contemplate those points, where I've been and where I'm going, where I've been and where I'm going. And if we find ourselves enjoying a quote-unquote liminal present moment, it's usually only with permission from the mind, because we've already organized what we're doing later. We're already excited about some future outcome. Or we've agreed to press pause on our anxieties just for a moment. It's only with the mind's permission that we can enjoy. And even in that enjoyment, it's still under the knowledge that I'm headed somewhere, I'm going somewhere. I'm on the move. But what if we're not on the move? What if? What if we're not going anywhere? What if we're just here, right now, for all time? What if this is it? You and me behind this screen, you on the other side, the sound of your home or the public space that you're in around you. You with this form, exactly as it is, not in the future when health goals have or haven't been met, or illness has or hasn't been resolved, or aesthetic preferences have or haven't been updated, upgraded. Now. The way it is now. You and this mind, this link, this connection to the mental realm, channeling in the types of thoughts that it's channeling in right now. Tune to the station that it's tuned to right now. Amanda FM, 1992. What if this heart This light, this animating force, this awareness that you are. What if that's it? What if that's you? And you find yourself here. And this is it. What if there were nowhere to go? No other places to attend to? No destinations? What if this moment was suspended for eternity? This moment. You, beautiful soul, looking or listening or somehow otherwise perceiving me. And me, psychically perceiving you. What if this is it? And it's not a liminal space. It's not a waiting space. It's not an in-between place. Say something else that rhymes with ace. I'm not going to do it. Can you get down with that, beautiful soul? Can you try it on like a new suit? What if this is it? Let's just sit with that. This is it. If you can sit with this, you can fulfill your destiny blissfully, beautiful soul. If you can take your beautifully formed body and lay or seat it or strap it down, however you roll, and understand, accept, thrive in the truth that this is it. Something delightful happens. Not only do you turn on your witness, you turn on the aspect of you that is infinite, omnipotent, and omnipresent. You like that? Not only do you turn that on, but a great peace starts to burgeon, emerge from, grow out of, blossom, bloom, spring from your heart space. This is it, beautiful soul. This is it. And there's no knowledge that I can transmit to you. you sweet, wise, brilliant being, that you yourself cannot access, and far superiorly, I might add, in a fashion that is crafted perfectly for your understanding, something I can only aspire to achieve, and even then fall dreadfully short. I can't do it. I can point you hither and thither and this way and that way and use all the examples and give all the explanations and drag you through both your and my mental realm until we're both blue in the face and pink in the cheeks. Don't overthink it. And I'll still never be able to facilitate for you the miracle of realizing that this is it. Until you decide. All right, Amanda, I'll try it. And then you try it. And then you try it again. You try it again on the 3rd day, and you try it again on the 5th day. You try it again on the 20th day, the 30th day, the 40th day. Eventually you've hit 100. Next thing you know, 300. Then it's 365. You've meditated every day for a year. But it doesn't have to be seated, fancy-pantsy meditations with mudras, which I love. Love me a mudra. Or with a cross-legged position. You may not even have legs. That's okay. You might not even sit. You might lie down flat on your back or lay your belly on the bathroom floor. We don't know. What we know is that you, sweet soul, are being invited by Spirit to get real. And to get real means to face reality. And to face reality means to still and watch. Watch what's already in front of you and what's already within you, without the need to change or judge. It turns out that is the medicine we have all been hunting down in every which way for as long as humankind has been conscious. And now it's right in front of us. It's right within us. It's now. This is it. Whoa. The light just turned off. I guess it's time for you to turn yours on, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for being here with me today. That is where we are leaving it. I am sending you all the love I've got. More love, never less, because you are so very worthy of it. And until we meet again, whenever that may be,